Then continue. Next important point here. The carbonyl does not convert into alcohol by using some reagents. So what are that reagent here? Zinc or acetic acid and acetic acid. This is one reagent. Another reagent here, nickel plus H2 gas, and another reagent here, acetic acid. Also we can representation capital ACOH, right? And then next one, phosphine group here, PH3P, and this is also we can use. And fourth reagent here, methyl thiol. So this is the ester. We can use this reagent. The carbonyl further reduction not happening by using this reagent. Let's discuss one example here. The example here, this is the example CHR, and first step is ozonolysis taking place, and after that using zinc or acetic acid. So what is the product is forming here? COR plus RCHO. So this is further does not oxidize as a or reduced. Further it is not reduced, not oxidized by using this reagent. I hope it is clear. Final conclusion here. What is that here? Ozonolysis. So here ozonolysis we can done two ways. Okay, the first one is step 1. The formation of ozonide. The step 2 here, we can do the step 2 here 2. So the after formation of here using the reducing agent and oxidizing agent, here first one step 2 here using presence of reducing agent, and next one absence of reducing agent, right? What is the resultant product is forming here? We'll discuss one example. You can easily understand here. R and R here double bond and CH R using O3, and here forming ozonide. R and R, this is the ozonide is formation taking place, and then next one using here H2O plus zinc reducing agent. So the presence of reducing agent, what is the happening here? The here R C double bond O and R place R C H C double bond O, H is forming, along with the here hydrogen peroxide is forming. This is reduced by the hydrogen peroxide. This zinc is again react with this one. This is converted into zinc oxide plus H2O. So now this is not a reducing agent. So this is can remove the zinc. That's why the further it is not oxidize the carbonyls and the carbonyl to carboxylic acid or carbonyl to alcohols, right? This is the reason why we are using zinc. Next, one more important point here. Ozonolysis reaction is used to position of double bond and number of double bonds in alkene. Okay, also we can use the to identify the position of double bond and identification the number of double bonds. Example 1 we'll discuss here. For example, C6H12 is there. This is ozonolysis taking place. So what is the happening here? Ozonolysis to form a CH3 and CH2 and CH forming. So number of carbons is 6 here, but here number of carbons is 3 carbons. It is not equal, so multiply with 2, so you'll get 6 carbons, right? In here the number of carbons in reactant equal to number of carbons in product. Very important point here. What is it here? Number of product in polyenes equal to n plus 1. N nothing but number of carbons, right? Sorry, here number of double bonds, the number of double bonds, right? Next one, in that always two products are monocarbonyls. Remaining all carbonyls are dicarbonyls. Two carbonyls in a single molecule. Let us discuss one example. We will get very clear, right? One example taking here. This is the example here. Double bond here and double bond here, one double bond, and this is a double bond. Now ozonolysis is taking place here, right? So ozonolysis means here one part having here ozonolysis, right? Here ozonolysis happening here, and here ozonolysis, and here ozonolysis. So here number of double bonds how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. So total number of products in ozonolysis in polyethylene. So that formula is equal to the n plus. So sorry, here 1 minute. So number of product equal to n plus 1. N is number of double bonds, 4 double bonds, 1, that equal to totally 5 products is forming. In that last the two terminals, this part and this part, having monocarbonyls. What are that monocarbonyls here? One is ethanoldehyde, CH3 and C double bond O and H. Another one is the formaldehyde, the last one. This is the only one carbonyl is there. Remaining having two carbonyls. So one product is from here to here. What is that here? HCO and CHO, and this is 2 moles are forming, and here one, here one, and here one, and then next one CHO and CHO. This is also dicarbonyl, so only 2 carbonyls only forming. Totally here 2 carbonyls are monocarbonyls. This remaining, these 3 are dicarbonyls. I hope it is very clear. Before we discuss presence of reducing agent, the more oxidized is control the zinc. So now here absence of reducing agent, the second part here, absence of reducing agent. So here let us discuss one example with example. Or C double bond CH, or here having O3 and second reagent. This is the O3, right? The second reagent is H2O. In the acid medium, you're not using zinc. Zinc is not there, right? No zinc here. Okay, so no zinc here. So what is the product are forming here? Ketone, as usually ketone is forming, and place or aldehyde is forming. Along with that, the H2O O2 forming. This H2O2 again this aldehyde can oxidized. So this H2O2 again oxidized the RCOOH. So this is again oxidation taking place. When it is happening here, the absence of zinc, that nothing but reducing agent. Next, one more example 2 here. So terminal alkyne we are taking. This is a terminal alkyne, CH2, and using here O3 and here H2O and H plus condition. Here as usually forming, and here and place the formic acid forming here. From this place the formic acid is forming. This formic acid again it not oxidized. Okay, so the important point, this formic acid again it won't oxidize. So the note point here, in oxidative ozonolysis formic acid does not undergo oxidation into CO2 plus H2O. In the case of KMnO4 we are seeing formic acid again oxidation to CO2 plus H2O, but in oxidative ozonolysis here not happen, that remain formic acid only, right? Next one, the next reaction here, I will change color, right? Isomerization. Alkenes also involving in isomerization reactions, right? So here alkenes isomerize either at high temperature, that means high temperature nothing but in the sense the 500 centigrade to 700 centigrade temperature, or low temperature, the presence of anhydrous AlCl3 in the presence of heating condition. The alkenes isomerization, the high temperature or in the presence of anhydrous aluminum chloride. Let us discuss some example. Generally here the example 1. So this is the alkene, this is less stable alkene in the presence of anhydrous AlCl3 and heating condition, it convert into more substituted alkene. So this is more stable alkene, right? So whenever the isomerism taking place, same molecular formula, but double bond is changed, the position of double bond is changed here, right? Less stable to more stable. One more example here, the example 2. So here 1 butene I am taking in the same reagent, it is forming isobutene. So here isobutene is forming. So generally linear converted into branches whenever at high temperature. Okay, right? Next chemical property, substitution reaction at alpha carbon. Substitution reaction at alpha carbon, right? Here two types of substitution is there. The first one is allylic halogenation. The second one is allylic oxidation. Let us see all the substitution reaction at alpha carbon. So here CH2 double bond CH and CH3 is there. So this is the double bond carbon, adjacent carbon is alpha carbon. So this carbon substitution reaction is taking place. So halogen is substitution is taking place, that reaction is allylic halogenation, right? Let us discuss first one, allylic halogenation. Right, so I take allylic carbon here. This is right. So I'm taking here carbon and CH and CH2. This is alpha carbon. This is containing alkyl group and hydrogen. So here using NCS in the presence of CCl4 in the presence of in the light condition, right? General light condition. NCS. What is the NCS here? N chloro succinimide. So here this is the alpha carbon. That alpha carbon is halogenation taking place. Halogenation nothing but substitution of hydrogen substituted by the halogen. What is the product is forming here? R group and R group. Here chlorine is substitution taking place, and remaining as it is CH and CH2 is forming. Right. This is in the case of N-chlorosuccinimide. Right. Then next one, NBS reagent. Okay. We will use here NBS. Okay. N-bromosuccinimide. That means here using CCl4. Same here light condition. So what is the here reaction? The same CH double bond CH2 and this carbon containing bromine and same alkyl group and alkyl group. Here bromine substitution taking place. Right. I hope it is clear. And here some important point. So with example we will discuss that. So here two types of alpha hydrogens is there. Here one type of alpha hydrogens, here and one type of alpha hydrogens. This is secondary alpha hydrogens, this is a primary alpha hydrogens. Reaction with NBS, CCl4 and light condition. Where it is reaction happening here? The secondary position, the bromination substitution taking place. So here the important point here, the reactivity order, the tertiary is the more reactive than secondary. This is secondary and then primary one. So this is the order of reactive. I hope it is clear. Next one, second part here, that is allylic oxidation. Allylic oxidation taking place. Here allylic oxidation, for example using CH3, CH double bond and CH2 using selenium dioxide. In this selenium dioxide, the alpha position, this is coming OH group, and here CH and CH2 is forming, right? So here also same, the order, reactivity order here. So allylic carbon containing, this is the hydrogen, this is more reactive than the CH2 then CH3. So tertiary is more reactive than secondary, secondary is more reactive than primary. Same order for oxidation of allylic carbon. Next to another reaction, the chemical property of alkene, that is polymerization reactions. Polymerization reactions, right? So here the n number of monomers converted into in the presence of catalyst m number of times, right? So generally we will discuss here. The first one reaction is CH2 double bond CH2. Ethene undergo polymerization in the presence of peroxide. The peroxide is your catalyst. So here forming generally the CH2 and CH2 and CH n number of times. This is called polyethylene. Polyethylene, right? This mechanism is free radical mechanism. Free radical mechanism is following, right? Generally per free radical mechanism only preferred. The second example here, n number of F2 C double bond and CF2 in the presence of alkyl lithium. It is also polymerization taking place, CF2 single bond CF2 and n number of times. So this is anionic mechanism. It's following anionic mechanism. And third one, in the presence of isoprene here, isobutene. So this is called isobutene. It is now n number of we are taking. Here the polymerization in the presence of Lewis acid. So here formation taking place, polymerization taking place, CH3 CH3 CH2 here n number of times. This is called the cationic polymerization taking place, polyisobutene. This is called polyisobutene. I hope it is clear. So alkene are also undergoing polymerization reactions. So this is the total chemical properties of alkene. So thank you for watching video. Thank you so much.